They come from all over the country, middle schoolers, high school kids, college students, and adults, investing an entire week of their summer to develop the skills and an appreciation that will help them save one of our nation's oldest treasures.
It's an amazing opportunity, and you just can't pass it up.
And they're learning from some of the greatest names in the business today.
It's a lot of fun being here with like stars who know this.
Stars like RCA recording artist Marilyn May.
It's been my living, my passion, my love, my profession.
Renowned jazz trumpeter Mike Vax.
Make sure that the energy level never stops in this tune.
One of the comments they always get is, I never knew anything that could be that loud without speakers.
And veteran jazz musician and camp organizer Jim Widener.
It's like we're all on a mission, you know, to pass on to these kids what has been passed on to us. 1, 2, ready, and.
An alumnus of big names like the Glenn Miller Orchestra and the Stan Kenton Band.
Why do I remember what we talked about?
Widener and the artists who perform and teach in this jazz summer camp also have a strong background in music education, and they're strongly influenced by Kenton's dream to keep jazz alive.
I used a lot of former Kentonites to help me in this cause because they understood what we were doing.
He was such a fanatic about the fact that if this music is going to keep going, we have to get to young people. That's the only way to keep the music going.
4, 5.
The great thing is these young high school kids, they're here. They've come here to learn, and they love it. And boy, that's a turn on for me. I'm thrilled about it.
The thrill just as big for the kids.
I mean, just getting to know them and getting to know their personalities, it's so exciting because these are such great players. I mean, they're my heroes.
It's incredible. I feel really lucky to have been able to work with these guys.
1, 2, 1, 2.
It's hard to point things out to individuals when you have like a group of 21 kids in a circle, but they do that. Like, if somebody has a question, they say it and it gets taken care of. Like, everybody, if there's a problem, it gets solved. The teachers are very good about that here.
It's the kind of business that isn't just all dollars and cents. It's the love of it. And the fact that they want to come and pass their knowledge and their sounds and their expertise on to these kids is a wonderful thing.
They're phenomenal people and phenomenal players, and both of that melds very well together.
That's what makes Widener's jazz camps some of the best in the country. The perfect harmony of great talent and great teaching.
We give them all tools of the trade, and that can be in the form of learning tunes or written exercises, and that's stuff for them to go on to take back home and work on for the coming months and years, frankly, ahead.
Those lessons are a necessity when dealing with a language as old and as complicated as jazz. It's not something easily translated in an academic setting.
Jazz isn't really, in the beginning, wasn't meant to be a written language. We basically use 300-year-old European notation to write down swing, which isn't, you can't write it down. So they have to understand, how do I interpret, especially eighth notes, to make swing music happen? The only way you can do that is listening. So one of the big things is they get to hear the Widener Band every night at a camp like this. Every night they're immersed in the sound. We have listening labs during the day where they can hear combos and they can hear famous musicians. Maybe they've never even heard of these musicians, much less heard them on a recording.
That's why camps like this are so important. They tackle improv, theory, ear training, exposing young, amateur, or rusty musicians to the anatomy of jazz.
We hope, those of us as educators, is that when the kids leave this camp, what they realize is, I've got to continue what I was doing at the camp. I've got to be listening to jazz music every day. I've got to be trying to play jazz music as much as I can. If I want to be a good jazz musician, I have to learn how to improvise. I can't just sit in a big band and play second tenor. If I want to really be a good jazz musician, I too have to learn how to improvise, because the essence of jazz music is improvisation and creativity.
Not only does it build confidence in their musical abilities, these kids are learning how great it feels to take chances.
You keep looking for new ways. This is what opens up the mind. And it helps not just in the music, but in life. It opens up your creative thoughts. I think it makes you a better person. I think it makes you a more intelligent person, because you're staying active, because you're flexing those muscles. And this is really what jazz is all about.
Of course it's fun just to play an instrument, but you kind of get this escape from the world you're in right now. You can just go ahead and do something completely different for a while, and you can just forget about what's going on sometimes.
And then seeing the improvement over the week in your own playing is just absolutely exciting. I can't wait for school to start again so I can say, hey, look at how much I've improved.
That's the mountaintop. That's what it's all about. And if we are successful at what we do, that is the result that we see at the end of it.
A result that may keep the spotlight burning on generations to come.
There's hope for the world. There's hope. At least there's somebody that has some rationale to want to apply their lives and their minds and their ears to what is our American heritage. You know, jazz is our American heritage. It's the beginning of it all.
If you have a love for this kind of music, if you love that big band sound, if you love great improvisation and you want to hang with the best of the best and learn from them, they are here to help you. It is going to be one of the greatest experiences of your life.